Maria here. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm excited to be doing a video on the perfumes every woman needs in her collection. Now this is a tag video started by Queen Cons, and thank you my queen for tagging me. Essentially what this is 6 different occasions that women need a perfume for, and 2 perfumes for each occasion. So before I get started, if you haven't subscribed, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Become part of the Weird and Wonderful family. I would love to have you join. And without further ado, let's get into this. So the first category is classy fragrances, and I have 2 of my utmost classy fragrances. I've got quite a few that I would consider classy, but the first one I'm going to share with you is Elie Sab Le Parfum. Now this one is, this one has African orange blossom in the opening, and that's what I primarily get. There's jasmine in here in the mid. I don't notice that at all. But then in the base, it has honey, patchouli, rose, and cedar. So what I get out of this one is I get that orange blossom, most definitely. So it's quite heady, quite white floral. But then you also get this, as it dries down, you get this little hint of sweetness from the honey and a little bit of depth from that cedar. So this one is just beautiful. This is great for, like when I think of classy, I think of office wear, and especially like corporate executive, but I also think of things like weddings, or let's say you have some sort of meeting. Something like this is perfect. So I love this one. Definitely smells just understated class from this one. The next classy fragrance I have for you is Prada La Femme. Now, first of all, even this bottle to me speaks of class and of elegance and money. And I've said this before, but this, I'm sure in The Devil Wears Prada, Miranda Priestly wears this fragrance. So this one is just gorgeous. Now I would say that the primary note in here is tuberose. I don't consider it a bubblegummy tuberose, but I also don't consider it to me a mature tuberose. What you first get is magnolia, carrot seeds, and bergamot. So it just kind of adds a bit of sweetness, a little bit of waxiness. And then in the mid, you get frangipane, ylang ylang, tuberose, iris, and spices. And so, you know, there's a bit of that like tropical floral in here. But again, what I get mainly is that tuberose, but I also get the spices. So the first time I tried this, Karina Waldron had really highly recommended this. And so I went in, I sprayed it, and right off the bat, I'm like, oh, all it is tuberose. Like, it's just white floral. Ugh. And so I'm like, I was so disappointed because I usually love Karina's recommendations. So went out to the car, and then as it sat on my skin, I got more of those spices coming out and that waxiness. And I thought it was just amazing. So in the base, you get beeswax, vanilla, and vetiver. So there's again a bit of that spice, a little bit of that honeyed, waxy feel. This one to me does feel a little bit tropical. So when I think of these two, they're both, you could wear both year round, but this one to me, I think of summer when I smell this one. This one is more just kind of, I don't think of a season with this one. But this one, somehow there's just a warmth in it. It just, somehow it just smells like summer to me. So love it. I think it's super classy. Again, perfect for business meetings. Anytime you want to smell like a boozy, rich, slightly mean woman, toss this one on. I love it. Now, this one isn't overly long lasting, but to me, I still get about 5 hours out of it, and that's really all I need. So both of these, super classy, highly recommend. The next category is casual. So when I think of casual, I think of just kind of like an everyday fragrance, no special occasion, just, you know, either hanging out, going shopping, whatever, you know, something that's an easy reach essentially. So the first one I would pick is Olympia Aqua. So this one opens, oh, I love this one. Every time I smell it, I love it. So this one opens with water notes, bergamot, orange, petitgrain, and grapefruit. So definitely like kind of a citrus opening, but it's a little bit more of a warm citrus. Then in the mid, you have ginger, jasmine, orange blossom, peach, and rose. But what I mainly get is I get a hint of that ginger, but mainly I get the jasmine in this one. So I'm not noticing the orange blossom or rose at all. I also don't notice any peach. So in the base is salt, vanilla, ambergris, benzoin, sandalwood, and cashmere wood. I don't really notice that. I just definitely get that salt and a little bit of vanilla. Now this one is a little bit more bright and day appropriate, a little bit more everyday because of that citrus as opposed to the regular Olympia. But this one to me is just sexy, easy to put on. I love the salt in it, but it's not like necessarily like super sexy or super anything. It's just a really nice fragrance to wear, easy to wear. If I don't know what I want to wear, this would be one I would definitely reach for. So the next one in the everyday category would be Mon Guerlain by Guerlain. This is another one that if I don't really know what to wear, I'll throw this one on. This one's a lot sweeter. Like this has a bit of a citrus sweet, whereas this one, it's a little more patchouli heavy. You've got that lavender in, which is a bit herbaceous. This one opens with lavender and bergamot. And then in the mid, you get rose, jasmine, sambac, and iris. So this to me is super lavender heavy. The florals is just kind of nondescript to me. Like I don't get one or the other out of it. Although I do notice the iris because there's a bit of that powdery sense to it. So definitely notice that. In the base, you get Tahitian vanilla, coumarin, Australian sandalwood, benzoin, licorice, and patchouli. So I get a little bit of that licorice, but to me this just comes across as kind of a sweet patchouli lavender fragrance with like I can notice that little bit of licorice. So this one, it's really beautiful, super classy, kind of comforting and cozy. So yeah, I just think this one's really pretty. It's also very classy, but I just think it's an easy reach for any time of the day. It fits lots of occasions. So, but like if I just want to put something on for running around, this would be one I would definitely choose. The next category is brunch. Now, who doesn't love to go out for brunch with the girls? I really enjoy doing that, although we haven't been able to do much of that over the past year, have we? But, you know, I really do enjoy like going out and kind of getting fixed up and going out, hanging out with the girls. So I picked two fragrances. Now, when I think about brunch, I think of like joy, jubilant, sweet, girly, feminine. For whatever reason, those are the things that come to mind. So the first one I picked was L'Entredit by Givenchy. This one to me is honestly super intoxicating. I just love this fragrance. It's one of my new absolute faves. And I don't know, maybe I'm somehow missing it, but I'm not hearing lots of people talk about this one. And I just think it's absolutely stunning. Like fantastic. I just love it, love it, love it. But anyway, this opens with pear and bergamot. It looks like bergamot is in a lot of them. I don't notice that citrus at all, but I definitely get the pear. In the mid notes, you get tuberose, orange blossom, and jasmine sambac. In the base, there's patchouli, vanilla, ambroxan, and vetiver. So I don't really notice a whole lot of anything, but a slight bit of vanillic base, and then pear and tuberose is what I get, and kind of more of a bubblegummy tuberose. I just think this one is absolutely gorgeous, and it projects nice. There's a major sillage. So like when I think of brunch, I think about, you know, leaving a trail of joy everywhere I go for whatever reason. So this perfume, like when I go to hug my friends, they'd be able to smell it, and then just visiting, there'd be a waft of it coming around me at least. And I just think it's gorgeous. Super feminine, super intoxicating, but just really jubilant and beautiful and perfect for brunch. The next one that I think is perfect for brunch, and it's the one I'm wearing today, and I'm just gonna douse myself with it again. got it right in the mouth. Oh, that's horrible. Like seriously, I got that really badly in the mouth. Oh dear. Okay, that's what I get for being way, way too hyper and excited. So it's actually made my mouth numb. That's just nasty. Okay, as delicious as this perfume is, and you don't even know what it is yet, do not ingest it. It's Wonderland Peony by Floral Street. Now, first of all, the bottle reminds me of Brunch. Like, I just think girly when I see this, and it's absolutely a totally girly, sweet, feminine fragrance. I just think it's gorgeous. Now, the opening in this one is guava, red berries, and lemon. So I notice more that guava, like just kind of a juicy, bright, sweet fruit in the opening. Then the middle notes are peony, violet, and raspberry bloom, whatever that is. So it does have, to me, it has a slight raspberry note to it. And then in the base, you have cotton candy, vanilla, resins, cedar, vetiver, and woody notes. So what I get out of this is just a bright burst of fruit, slightly raspberry-esque. The peony, you know, that sweet floral, because I don't even know, like, I don't know, like, I've never really smelt peony. Like, I've smelt it in the garden. I can't remember what it smells like, but it's that sweet, like I've noticed other fragrances with that peony note in it. I'm getting that out of it. So this bright, sweet floral with the sweet fruits. Then you get that cotton candy in there, but with the little bit of that vetiver cedar, it just kind of grounds it again a little bit. So this one is just super bubbly and beautiful. It's again one that you get a nice scent bubble with. So I've noticed it all throughout the day, just a little waft here and there. But it's not a major long laster, but I just think it's really pretty. And it's also another one that I haven't seen a whole lot on YouTube. Now, part of it, I think, is that the longevity of this one isn't great. And it's also a little bit younger. So maybe some people would find this too young. I just think it's gorgeous. When I think of this fragrance, I think of like just, you know, juicy, bright, a little bit gregarious. You know, when I think about the woman that would be wearing this one, she's vivacious, she's beautiful, has a smile on her face, laughs easy, and that's this girl. So, and very ultra feminine. So this one is a little bit more sexy. It's more intoxicating. It's a bit smoother and a little bit more rich and creamy, whereas this is bright and joyful and just full of energy. And yeah, so very different, but to me both beautiful for like that nice like girl brunch time. So yeah, I love these. So the next category is the intimate category. So, talking about that, there are 3 perfumes that I've picked, but they kind of, all 3 of them can work together. So you can use them all on their own. They're not major long lasters, in my opinion, but you can also put them all together, and all of them kind of have an edible quality. So the first one is Zara's Rich, Warm, and Addictive. Now this one is primarily honeyed coconut rum. Is what I get out of this. A little bit of spice in it, and I just think it's beautiful. This is very short-lived, so this and the next one I wear continually at night. They're solely what I tend to put on, either interchangeably or together. But yes, I just love this one. I just find this one extremely sexy. It's not a major projector, so it stays close to the skin. You don't want something that's like majorly overpowering. So I love this one. The next one is Hugo Boss's The Scent Private Accord for her. Now this one is basically, it reminds me of a By Terry's Chocolate Orange. It's not a major projector by any means, although I can smell it. Like if I spray myself with it, I can smell it through, you know, throughout the day, but it doesn't last super long. So I personally like mixing these two together, and I think it's a delicious combination. But all of these sit closer to the skin, but each on its own is beautiful. This is more your chocolate orange. This is more of a honeyed rum coconut, a little bit of coconut, but together I just think they're intoxicating. And yeah, neither of them last long, but they are absolutely beautiful, super sensual, sexy, love them. Now the last one I have for this category is the dupe for Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. So Pure Royal 900 by Frederico Mahora. This one to me is a really close dupe. It has that bright, delicious kind of liquored cherry, but then it as you wear it, it kind of goes a little bit more into the woods, so you get that depth from the woods. I do notice that the cherry lingers though. So I just think that this one's beautiful. Again, I find that that cherry note tends to project quite well, but the woods kind of stay closer. Like, so as it dries down, you notice that wood if you go to smell, but still mingled with that cherry. And I just think this one, like from an intimate perspective, honestly, I know that my husband loves cherries, so this one's good for that. But I also think that this one is great mixed with the Hugo Boss one. Like, this is a combination even during the day, super intoxicating, delicious, love this combo. And honestly, I haven't tried these two together, but I think that they'd be amazing, and we'll probably do that very soon. So they all work really well. The Frederico Mahora one, it lasts a little longer than the actual Lost Cherry. I've got a sample of the actual Lost Cherry. But either one to me is really nice. Again, it's not a major over projector, so it's not going to be overpowering, but it's still got an intoxicating quality, and I think it's amazing. So next category is sexy. So I chose two completely different fragrances. The first one being Jean Paul Gaultier's La Belle. Now this one could fit in so many categories as far as I'm concerned. Oh, it's got pear, vetiver, and vanilla in it. And it is, it's just a sweet, delicious, it's just sweet deliciousness. So lots of men find sweet fragrance really quite sexy. This one, you know, could be your brunch scent as well, but I don't know, there's just something about this one that's so intoxicating. I think because it's not just that pear and the vanilla, but the vetiver adds a bit of a warmth, a bit of a mystery to it, and just kind of just takes it to, I don't know, like it's just intoxicating. You want to sniff it and more and more and more. So yeah, I think this one's beautifully sexy. The next one is Tom Ford's Noir Parfum. This one to me is like sex in a bottle. I'm getting it, I'm always getting it in my mouth. So this one, I wouldn't say, like, it's so uber sexy to me. Like, I smell this one and it like, it evokes feelings. I love this one. I can't help it. Now this one, in the opening, it has ginger, bitter orange, mandarin orange, and bergamot. I guess I would notice the ginger, but honestly, in this one, I'm not smelling any particular note. It's just blended beautiful. It smells, what's the word? Smells mysterious to me, I guess, is how I would put it. So the middle notes are comfy, rose, orange blossom, and jasmine. Again, I noticed kind of like someone called it kind of like almost a cheesecakey smell. Maybe that's that comfy aspect, like a little bit lactonic, a little bit creamy, a little bit sweet. And then the base is vanilla, amber, sandalwood, and mastic. So I'm again, like there's this creamy, milky quality to it, coupled with just sweet deliciousness. Now this to me does not, like, I don't notice any of those notes. What this smells like is a leather jacket and satin sheets. Oh, so whack job, eh? Like, this one just smells, it smells expensive. it smells like sensual. I guess that's the thing. It smells super sensual and intoxicating, and yeah, it just smells, it smells very luxe, but super uber sexy. So yeah, this one to me is right up there for the sexiest, but it's sexy to me. I don't know if guys find this sexy. I know guys find this sexy. This one is more, it makes me feel sexy. Like this one makes me feel pretty. This one makes me feel sexy, but I think guys find this sexy. So that's why I've chosen the two, because it kind of represents two different aspects. So moving on. Now the last category is unique fragrances. So the two I chose, I don't know if people would consider them overly unique, but the first one is By the Fireplace by Replica. Now this one, you can never smell it because it doesn't have a cap on, so you kind of have to spray this one. This one is so unique because it smells like a situation. So it totally, I just breathed in more perfume. Like seriously, my tongue is gonna be so numb. So this one smells like a wood burning fireplace. It smells like you've got your fire lit. It smells cozy. There's vanilla in here. There's marshmallow, chestnut. So it smells like you've got some warm nuts kind of warming on the fire, maybe in a pan, just kind of by the fire. You're smelling the wood burning. So not smoke, but that beautiful, delicious, rich wood burning. But then also this, as that kind of dries down, it kind of comes into the background. You can still smell that wood, but then there's this beautiful marshmallow fragrance, like a vanilla marshmallow that comes out. So to me, this smells cozy, but it's so unique because of the wood burning. Like it literally smells like that scene. And so to me, this is super unique. I can see most people enjoying this fragrance, although people might find it a little weird. So that's why I figured it would be good for the unique category. Now the next one, again, I'm not sure how unique it is, but to me it's quite unique, and that's the Montel Intense Cafe. This one, again, like it's got a terrible vapor. So this one, it just, it's basically a cup of coffee with tons of sugar and cream and rose is what I get out of this. And to me, it's just like the sweet coffee with the rose is a unique combination. Maybe not so unique now, but definitely when you wear it, it smells different than your average, perfume that I've got here going on, like the white florals and that sort of thing. It's just rose and coffee, but sweet coffee. So quite gourmand, but definitely rose centric. So to me, that's just different. It's different than your average nice classy perfume. It's kind of got a vibe. And again, both of these have like total vibes with them. Woo! So this one's just reminds me of sitting in some little cafe in Paris. And not that I've ever done that, but someday I'm going to do it. I can't wait. Sitting in a cafe in Paris, drinking an uber sweet latte, like something deliciously creamy sweet. You can smell the coffee in the air, and then roses are wafting in from the street. Like there's a floral place next door with tons of roses, or maybe there's a rose on the table, and you can smell the rose, and you're sipping your coffee, and yeah, and Life is Beautiful is playing in the background. Like it just, to me, has a whole entire whatever. There's a warmth to this when I wear it. I enjoy wearing it, but it's definitely not something I put on the regular because it's different. So anyway, those are my unique ones. So tell me what perfumes you would fit in these categories. Feel free to leave your recommendations in the down below. I'll leave all the categories there for you, but these are my scents from classy to unique. And thank you, Queen Cons. If you guys haven't checked her out, Please go check her channel out. I'll leave all the information linked down below. She's a very talented makeup artist. She has a beautiful collection of fragrances, so feel free to go check her out. And other than that, that's it. Have an amazing week, and we'll talk to you soon.